Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league. It's week 2 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Jerome Baker. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Seahawks and the Patriots, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
From the home of many a title run and one of the NFL's most successful franchises, you're looking live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scotch, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They'll be led out by the 12th-year pro from West Virginia, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe a little love from Pete Carroll at that time to really elevate his confidence and elevate his game.
They go play action. Here's Smith. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now he's past the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. And again, it's Smith. He's on the move. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Geno Smith with a touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Antonio Gibson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft. After a decorated career at UNC, it's Drake May.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, he's not happy about it. And he will be focused on rectifying those things here.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. May now from the gun. Brought in by Juju. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. A give left side to Stevenson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Has a lane inside the 25. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He keeps it and takes off. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Gets in. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Patriots start off well to tie things 7-7. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks taking the field for their 2nd possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running with Walker again. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a pickup of 9. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying with Walker. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on first. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Hauled down that time by Jonathan Jones. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Smith in the pistol. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. They're set up at the 35 now. Running back sent in motion. First down, Smith to throw. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Tucker makes the play. And the Patriots take over as he records his 10th career INT.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
The Patriots offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by Reek Woolen. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing is May. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Henry on the catch. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And he's taken down at the 30. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's May. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Gibson here from the gun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's got it! And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's May. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Patriots take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. D. Eskridge to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He's got a gain of 6 there. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. It's a 14-7 game. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at 2nd and 4. From the 32. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Smith on 3rd and short. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And as they get started, we get to see some of the first-year players who've taken this league by storm and are leading our race for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go again with Stevenson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. May looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They'll send their tight end right. First and 10, here's Stevenson. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This one's caught. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. To throw, here's May. Escapes the puck, and he scores. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a 13-point lead. Drake made the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Eskridge on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Rolling left, buying some time. He can run it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Smith on 1st down. Into the hands of Walker. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Walker on 1st down. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap to Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Toss play. This is Walker. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They go play action. Here's Smith. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll get him back to 11.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On the return, here's Gibson. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Patriots and Juju Smith-Schuster headed back out on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They have themselves another 1st and 10. The give inside to Stevenson. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. May now from the gun. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's May. That'll be complete to Gibson. And he'll get it up to the 44.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll give up the gut to Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Walker now from the gun. Through the second level at the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 23. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. Charbonnet with the catch. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. From the gun, Smith. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you...
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Gibson. And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Patriots running their offense out there. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air on 1st down, May. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 38. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. It's the Patriots with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. To the air yet again, May. Finds him over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He'll get this to Henry. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Hauled in by Bourne. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now a toss headed right. It's Stevenson. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now on the Patriots field goal try, it's Chad Ryland. A very short kick here from the right hash. Badgley able to knock it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Throwing it just before halftime. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. We've arrived at halftime with the Patriots in front after 2 here in Foxborough. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Chargers who are on top in the second quarter. DJ Chark, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. It was a terrific first half from the rookie number 3 overall pick, Drake May. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here
now he's
with a
Dixon
victory.
To kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Patriots and Ramondre Stevenson getting the football back now. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing is May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
That's caught for the first. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. May. Brought in by Juju. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. Flushed out of the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. 2nd and 3 now. From the 39. Henry on the catch. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Gibson headed right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
A give up the middle to Stevenson. And they had that one contained right at the line. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Made a throw it. Getting out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the 1st half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They're out and set. 1st and 10. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Taken in by Noah Fant. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Tight end going in motion here. On the counter, it's Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He keeps it and takes off. And he works this to the 38 before going down. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Play action here with Howell. Pass taken in by Lockett. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. 3rd and just 2 to go. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. They'll come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. Big gap up the middle. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Another carry for Charbonnet. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Throwing on 3rd, Howell. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks start the second half with some needed points. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks tie this game up. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. He's on the move. He's keeping it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Now a give to Stevenson, coming right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
May now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Seahawks and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. On 1st down, this is Charbonnet. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now Howell off to play action. Completed to Lockett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Charbonnet. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Sending a receiver left. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Charbonnet now up the middle. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives him a 3rd and 2. Howell out of the shotgun. Intercepted in the end zone. Juwan Bentley makes the play. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Going play action, May. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. This is caught inside the 15. He will go! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots take the lead as time runs out here in the 3rd. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. And after that last-second score in the third, we'll resume play with a kickoff. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Eskridge on the return. Return's looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. This is Charbonnet heading right. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the ground with Charbonnet. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, Howell. Touchdown, Seattle! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. We're getting a look at some of them now. You just got to marvel at how well he's played the quarterback position here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. May now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down throw for May. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the the Seahawks take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Oh, he was looking, Kate. He was trying to find a lane, but just simply nowhere to go. I don't think he'll be too heartbroken heading to the sidelines, though. He still made the play, took the ball away, got his defense off the field, and now sets his offense up for success.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. This is Charbonnet. Jukes one defender, and he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. They're going play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 46. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Howell, 1st and 10. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
May on 1st and 10. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A give left side to Stevenson. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's May. Escapes the pocket, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, 3rd down. Here's May. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play. And then all of a sudden, in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately, there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The New England offense running out now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Connects on the crosser. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing now from the gun. Cut by Gibson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Gibson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He's on the move. He's running for it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a New England 1st down.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's May to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. They're on him again, and and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Seahawks offense running out now. And their last drive reached the wrong end zone and equaled 2 points. So trying for the other end zone and 6 on this possession. To the air on 1st down, Howell. Deep shot doesn't quite work out, so that's an incomplete pass. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So that brings up 2nd down. Throwing now, Howell. Gets this one to Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Option play. Here's a give to Charbonnet. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Charbonnet. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry for Charbonnet. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Pats will take over. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. He'll look to throw it. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Disaster averted, thank goodness. He covers it up himself, but time's still running off here. They gotta go. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's gonna be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut it.
And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Their offense ready to take the field now. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.